So what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Movement 6, and before we start, cheers to you all. Welcome back to the channel. As a growing habit, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who subbed this week, who stayed on the channel for the last few weeks when I wasn't uploading. And if you're new here, just support a small channel, hit that like button, subscribe, notifications. You know the drill. Now, yesterday was the gameplay reveal for Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, PS5. I've noticed that it's also on PS4, but I will wait with playing this game on PS4 because I want to experience that PlayStation 5 experience, next gen console or current gen, of course. But I haven't streamed it yesterday. You've got IGN, you got PlayStation, you got big channels like Hollow, so and then you got Movement 6 all the way in the end, But I do want to have some comments on what I've been seeing here, but also recent developments, right? If we look at what the direction Sony is taking, also in their latest investors call they did, is that they want to bring more exclusive to the PC platform, which I encourage. Fine. I think not everybody wants a console. You got people that really focused on PC, and they're now getting these titles. I think Horizon Zero Dawn is already on PC, Days Gone, and they've listed another 41 whopping titles that are coming to the PC platform. So my question is I know that a PC is not for everyone, but there are legitimate reasons to think that Sony is drifting away a bit from their focus on exclusiveness. But I do want to go to what we've seen yesterday, give some comments along the way, because holy shit, this game, dudes. Cheers. Dutchie, baby.
Easy. Easy. It's okay.
She looked drunk.
Right here.
It's such a quantum leap forward in terms of graphics. I think they did change the facial graphics of Eloy.
Away from camp.
She's got so much more expression on her face.
What was that?
And look how lively the environment is, guys.
On their side.
I know it's a cutscene. I know.
Riders.
It's rendered.
You should go after Aaron. If they find him before you do, who knows what they'll do to him?
No, you're injured. I have to.
Don't worry about me. I'll make my own way out. Get going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is something that I need to pause here. This is something that struck me immediately when I saw this. It's a combination of resolution. It's a combination of the amount of color crammed into this. It's the saturation. It's ray tracing. It's how the lighting works in general. You've got so much more depth in the graphics than in the first part of the first installment on the PlayStation 4. The first Horizon Zero Dawn was an absolute masterpiece, by all means. For me, it's the game of the system from the last generation, the PlayStation 4. For me, it's not game of the year, but game of the system. It's a personal choice, but that's my take. But if we just look at this, the amount and how the lighting reflects on her, it gives her so much more depth in the game, and the environment is so lively. This is why I want to experience this on a PlayStation 5.
What are raiders doing in these ruins?
Good question.
I hope Aaron is okay.
Look how lively this is. The world. The references to dinosaurs have always been so great. Think everybody sees a velociraptor here?
Raiders. Riding machines. This is not good. Better be careful. There might be more.
The amount of detail... Oh, I'm sorry about that. Can I see it now?
Yep, another one.
The amount of detail crammed into this game is absolutely ridiculous.
I need to get clear.
This is so fucking awesome, this.
That was close. I can't shake up. Up we go. Maybe I can lose him in here. These guys won't give up.
So awesome. We all know that we're experiencing an Horizon Zero Dawn game, and the funny thing with sequels is that you want to keep it fresh. You want to give what we know there is, but they need to put an extra layer on top of that in terms of environment, in terms of story, but also in terms of gameplay. And what we've just seen is the smoke, the jumping on the wall, and how to detect that, and also this grappling thing can really make new battles really interesting. And just guys, the water. The water. Just look at it.
More machines. Better go under.
I really have a feeling that the water actually reacts to what you're doing and actually keeps going in that momentum. Like, you know, when you're throwing a rock into the water. It's kind of amazing how long she can stay underwater.
Oh, don't mind me. Current's strong here.
And she can talk on the water and breathe at the same time? What's going on here? I'm so overwhelmed with the environment. It's the amount of detail. If there's a photo mode in this one, again, I think I made about 3,000 pictures. I spent so much time in that photo mode. You can't see it, but I even got the pictures I took in game. I printed them on a metal with Eloy. It's so good.
I have friends, okay? And not just the ones you slaughtered. But when they come looking for me, there's gonna be trouble.
A mammoth.
You guys wouldn't be laughing. I have my hammer. Enough. Get moving.
everything feels so alive.
Then we'll head for the old bridge and meet up with the others.
Will do.
Yeah, got it.
This must be Aaron's camp.
Come on, Eli. Fuck him up.
Raiders made short work of it.
Filthy Osram.
Nice.
I'm gonna take you out. You think you can hurt me?
Yeah, I do.
I so want to play this game.
All right. Back to the hunt.
Come on, PlayStation, Sony, bring those PS5 systems.
Raiders said they were heading for the old bridge. Maybe I can cut them off.
We don't have a release date for this one yet, guys. What do you reckon?
Better get to
Summer?
Hong Kong.
End of summer?
Find a way. There's the bridge. I think I know a way to get there fast. Gotta be careful. That should do it.
Ah, badass. That's a power woman right there.
Help's on the way, Aaron.
I don't know, man. With this game, I'm getting goosebumps. Really, I'm getting goosebumps. This is just sheer art. It's art.
Aloy?
Aloy! Watch out!
Aaron, stay put. I'll handle this.
I have her!
Got ya.
Man down!
Fire cannon.
Gotta keep moving.
Bring us around! Taking course!
Fire now.
That must have hurt. Stay ahead of it. Gotta slow you down. Oh, here he comes.
He dropped his gun. Go get it.
Time to hit back.
Hell yeah. This game! This game, boys! Fuck!
Oh, didn't like that, did you? Time to finish this.
This game.
Hey, Lord.
Glad to see me.
You
Always.
I owe you another one.
Come on.
This is something I need to pause it here for. We're just ending it almost, but one of the things that struck me was the way the dialogues are handled in cutscenes. When Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation 4 was first released, the biggest criticism was the static way of dialogue they had, which is the face, Aloy, face, Eloy. That's the way dialogue was handled. They did brought out a patch to fix that and bring a bit more liveliness instead of word into the mix, and the way it goes from gameplay to cutscene and the way it's almost cinema type of handling it, so it's much more lively and way better. So it's wow.
But this time, I have a present for you. I found it, Aloy. Huh? What'd you send me for? Right before the raiders got me.
You did good. Now, let's see where this thing will take us.
You always said a storm was coming.
Yeah. And it's almost here.
You know, it's if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. But I am going to question if you want to play this on the PlayStation 4. You know, if you don't have a PlayStation 5, I understand you don't want to wait for it. I understand, because I will feel the same urge as well. But I do think that the experience on the PlayStation 5 is the way it's intended to be. There are some questions here. I've did not check it, but I heard some rumors that it's running on 30 frames per second. I'm a bit lousy in checking that and seeing that really in a clip. So please comment below if you got any insights in that. It's running on 4K, 30 frames per second. Is it still acceptable to have 30 frames per second in 2021 on the next generations of consoles? Good question there. The question is how long Sony is going to remain with its exclusives. You know, you see more and more Sony titles finding their way to PC. It took a while before they brought Horizon Zero Dawn to PC, but from the investors' call you saw they have a 250% return on investment for porting it to PC, selling it on PC. 250% ROI. That's a hell of a business model. They're going to bring Days Gone as well. I don't know if it's released already. I have some mixed feelings on that front. I like my PC for shooters predominantly, but I do like my consoles and my exclusiveness. There are a few reasons why people buy a certain console. If I look at my environment, the first one is your friends have a console. That console. You know, if 90% or 80% of your friends have an Xbox One, you're most likely going to buy an Xbox One because you want to play with them online. 80% of my friends have a PlayStation, are tied into the Sony universe, so I buy a PlayStation. I think about a little bit less than 20%, so about 18% of them have an Xbox One. So that's why I'm also a bit tied into the Xbox universe, if you will. But I do like my Gears of War, and there are some standalone single-player games I like to play on my Xbox One for some reason, and then on PlayStation, if they're cross-platform, of course. And just a handful have PC, but I'd like the competitiveness. But the predominant reason, besides this, is exclusives. So I think the future is going to... The future is still a bit undecided with cloud gaming. Eventually, we will going to say goodbye to hardware. Eventually, of course, not just right now. I do think there is going to be a PlayStation 6. I really think that, because for the foreseeable future, we do need some hardware to emulate it before we can go get it on a screen. Not a lot of people have such a high bandwidth they can pump 60 frames per second, a 4K stable to your TV. Stadia flopped for the same reason. So the exclusives are very interesting. It is a good sign, that things are coming to PC as well. But it's a good question, how exclusive are the exclusives for the foreseeable future? How is this business model going to work out eventually? Look at Nintendo. If you want to play Mario, you need to have a Nintendo. Some would say, I've got an iPhone, I've got Mario Kart, and I've got that Mario. It's fine. Those are funny spin-offs, and Mario Kart is full of monetization. It's not even freaking fun. But if you want to have that Mario Kart, Mario experience, Donkey Kong, if you want that experience, Metroid, you need to have that Switch. I don't see Nintendo bringing their exclusives to a PC platform. I'm not seeing it. After the Wii and the Wii U, which were not the best received consoles, they did sold well to a audience because of their exclusives. If they wouldn't have had that exclusives, that will be the nail in the financial coffin for Nintendo if they didn't have that. So Nintendo is very tied into their exclusives, their IPs. They're protective of it as well. And I'm seeing Sony opening up more and more, bringing it to a Microsoft environment, the PC platform. So what is that going to do for Game Pass and all those services around that? It's coming to Steam, I know, it's coming to Steam, but there are crystallizations you see coming around the corner, which are still pretty unclear. You see developments, directions being taken that these companies are searching for the future. They also know that the future of hardware has limits. Play has no limits, true, but hardware has eventually limits. There comes a time that people do not want that hardware anymore. When? I don't know, but will it come eventually? Yes. Will business model change? Yes. And you see Sony bringing them to PC more and more. For now, guys, I'm really curious on how your state of play with Horizon Forbidden West was. Are you super excited for this game? I am. Are you going to play it on a PlayStation 4? If you're not owning a PlayStation 5, drop down in the comments and let me know. I will be back with you in the coming days, guys. For now, have a good weekend. Bye-bye.